M. Solomon, shout out. How are we doing tonight? Another episode, another presentation of questionable foreclosures, or maybe alleged wrongful foreclosure, or just foreclosure went bad. I want to show a couple things to you tonight, and I think you'll find these interesting. I hope every one of these presentations you walk away with something. If you're not mathematically inclined, I feel bad for you, because these cases revolve around arithmetic. Your ability to decipher what's really happening and to get away from the lowest, what I call the arguments, the lowest hanging fruit, the arguments the court so besieged hearing, robo-signatures and assignment fraud. You need to get into the mathematics, and you got to get into the servicing, or what's alleged servicing. I'm going to point something out here. I'm going to start with tonight something called a sinking bond fund. A direct investment in a consumer is a direct investment, meaning it's an investment in their credit, it's an investment in their livelihood, their earnings, and it's an investment in their property. In a sinking bond fund, you have two sides of a freeway, for example, or a motorway, one going north and one going south. And if you imagine the car leaving one destination going north is going to reach the destination of the car leaving going from south. Both cars are going to time their arrivals at the other destination at the right point. And what you have is what we call a wash sale, or a sale for zero. Let me show you something. Let's take a look. Here's an actual example of a loan that closed on, you can see that. This loan closed on 12/16/2005. Foreclosure was filed, not by chance, 12/16/16. That'd be for a total of 4,018 days. That's the car traveling north. Now look at the what's alleged to be the last payment. Last payment made on this file, according to the servicer, was 2/1/10. We got something, received something from the consumer that was from the servicer, SPS, and it was after a bankruptcy notifying the consumer of their next rate change. What is a consumer and a borrower have to do with a rate change after the case has been dismissed in bankruptcy? That is an anchor date, and that's the date I was looking for. They have a event date which they're identifying as a rate change date, but it's an important date. 2/1/21 dates back to the last payment date. Let's see how much that dates back to. I'm going to do it again. Take this number minus this number, and we get minus 4108. There's our car going from north to south. Here's a car going from south to north. At the end of the day, when both cars reach their destination, they've netted a zero. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. In a constructive liquidation, using a sinking bond fund, the trustees selling all properties at zero, and that would be in the year of disposition. The year of disposition is the time it took to amortize the loan, or the amounts here, down to zero. In this case, we have one balance for, let's see, one balance going for, let me use 153. I don't know if you can see that. 153. Let's move this over a bit here for you. A little bit more. Okay. $153 dollar per diem. Same thing here. The outstanding balance, according to the lender, at the time of the foreclosure was commenced and through the entire period, the outstanding principal balance has been the same. 618,005. And there's an interest-bearing principal account that's running pari passu right beside it on equal footing, and that's for 618. So we have the two balances on the servicing statement to support the argument I'm making. When we add those two balances together, you got zero. Pretty interesting stuff, but you need to know what to look for. There's more. We're going to share it with you. Meantime, we're going to sign off and say, look for our next presentation, hopefully in the next 24 hours. So M. Solomon signing off. Enjoy.